In today's video, we're going to be going through 30 different popular rap songs and giving them a score anywhere between 0 and 10. It's the first time that we ever use this scale to give our takes on albums, songs, or artists, or anything. So it's going to be interesting. Let's get started with TV Off by Kendrick Lamar featuring Lefty Gunplay.
Did we ever rate this song, by the way? Have we ever done it a tier list?
Did we do a G and X tier list? I feel like we did, right?
I'm sure at some point we had done it. Yes, we did. Yeah.
We did.
What did we
do
give it?
one.
An amazing rating?
I think we gave it an amazing rating.
so
It's
let
one
me
of
ask
the
you
best
this.
songs off the album.
It very well is. Let me ask you this. How much do the tier list ratings, so bad, mid, good, great, amazing, perfect, correlate to your 1 out of 10 ratings, you know?
I think they correlate a lot, right? But like an amazing song could be an 8 or it could be a 9 out of 10, for example.
It's very general, right?
I think what's cool about this pool is that there are some songs that we've pretty much never spoken about or
brought
never
in some
rated.
decimal points, by the way.
Some decimals? No, don't be that
I brought
guy.
in the decimals. I did it.
No.
I did it. I brought like a 5.2
No,
for
that's
some of
cheating,
these.
bro. But anyways.
Okay, but I could just like remove the... I'll round it up. How about that? I just thought it would be fun, right?
if you want,
Because
yeah.
I feel like certain songs are a 7 on 10. I tried to get really specific with them today. But okay, speaking about TV Off, I had it at 9 out of 10.
I had it at 8 out of 10. And I feel like that's still a good rating. You could be a prick and take off like a point or two for the Lefty Gunplay feature, but I think it adds to the song.
I think it does. It almost feels like a bridge within the song itself. I think it's a huge banger. I think it's going absolutely crazy at the stadium tour that K-Dot's on with SZA. I really like this song. The reason why I did a 9 out of 10 is like I had it around like the 8.8 type of thing, 8.9, where it's
close
like
enough.
It's just on the brink of amazing, so you might as well. You're not going to go down to an 8 for that.
I feel like it's the mustard tag that doesn't make it a 9 for me. Like I think it's cool as a transition going into the next beat, but then he brings it in again towards the end, and I'm like, all right, bro.
But
like,
you see
know?
why I do the decimal points? It's because like it might be on the other. Follow along with me, guys. Like trust me, there's ways to the madness on this.
So 9 on 10 for you. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
All right, let's keep going with this.
Let's keep
Meltdown
on
by
going.
Travis Scott featuring Drake. Massive record for Utopia. It's just such a nice thing to see two mega artists come together and deliver once again on a Travis Scott studio album. Looking at what they did with Sicko Mode, it was always going to happen again. They knew that they were going to rake it in when they were going to collaborate again together. I will say this, it didn't live up to the hype of Sicko Mode, but I like all the transitions. I like all the beat switches. I love the Star Wars pew pew pews. I gave this an 8.6 out of 10.
Yeah, the Star Wars blasters go crazy on this one. I will say this. It's obviously Sicko Mode 2.0, and I feel like I rated it a bit too highly in the tier list that we did, and now looking back on it, I think this is just a great song. And the biggest reason for that is I think that Drake's feature is near flawless in terms of that cadence that he taps into and just that menacing presence and the bar work as well. But Travis's part is low-key underwhelming to
You didn't
me.
give me your score, though. You gave me what?
7 out of 10 for Meltdown.
You gave it a 7 out of 10?
I'm giving it a 7 out
I
of 10.
give it an 8.6. I think it's a great record. I think it's one of the strongest off of Utopia. It's probably on the upper echelon. And we gave it a great rating.
We gave it an amazing rating in the tier list.
Did we actually?
Yeah.
I probably overrated it.
We overrated it
but
a
I
bit.
think 8.6 is a fair rating for this.
It's
It's
high.
a great collaboration.
That's high.
It was one of the better collaborations for sure.
It was. That's fine, though. I give it a 7. Next up, we have Crash Dummy by Joey Badass. And
Okay,
this
so
is
how about we do this? Okay, just before you get into your explanation, we say the song name and then we both say the scores at the same time.
at the same time? Okay.
Yeah, and then we go back and forth on what we think.
All
Okay,
right.
so 3, 2,
2,
1,
1,
7.9. Okay,
there you go.
yeah, we're there.
It didn't deserve the 8.0. It had to be 7.9. Fuck. What about 7.91, bro? We couldn't do the extra decimal point? We couldn't.
You know what? 7.9. 7.9 is a good score. No, you don't think so? Well, it's right there.
I guess it's right there. Why not give it the 8 at that
It was
point?
probably, I think, the best song that came out next to the finals.
I think it was definitely one of the songs that made the most noise. I think I prefer My Town just because it was such a cool, like, strategic move to get Loaded Lux to go against Daylight since they've always been, like, competitors in the battle rap scene. That was awesome to see, and I feel like that's where you got, like, the ass cheek bar and a lot of the most memorable quotables, but this song was fire because he's sampling Hit 'Em Up, which itself sampled Get Money from Junior Mafia, so just that tie into, like, the old East Coast, West Coast feud, I think was genius.
Yeah, talking about seeing Top Dog at the Diddy parties and, going back with all the angles. It was just it was an interesting diss track, and it was one that made you want to dive into the lyrics deeper. That's why I thought it was a great diss track.
It is a great diss track. The 8 on 10 is reasonable, but I do think My Town is better. In terms of pure shots and in terms of just like the shock that it gave you, I go with 9 on 10 for My Town. But
all right,
let's keep on
Next
going.
up, We have A Lot by 21 Savage featuring J. Cole, okay?
All right.
3, 2,
2,
1.
1,
10
9
out
on
of
10.
10 out of 10.
I knew you were gonna give it a 10 on 10, and
Perfect.
I feel like
Because didn't I give this
that
tape
was my
because I said it was a
biggest.
perfect song.
Yeah, I think so.
I think in a
that-
TikTok recording I said it.
that's the biggest debate is like, is it a perfect song? And that's what I was asking myself as I was revisiting the song for the millionth time. And
Like, if you have to ask yourself that question, though, I think it's a perfect record.
it's right there. Like I'm not mad at it. It's a 9 on 10, but it's still better than I think some of the other 9 on 10s we'll see in today's list.
Yeah, the Doechii and JY did it production is insane, bro. The sample flip perfect. I think the chorus on this is perfect.
It is.
I think the feature's perfect, and I think it's one of the best 21 Savage performances in his
You
entire
get
catalog.
2 dope verses, and like obviously he's opening up, he's being vulnerable, but I just feel like it's still like surface level, even though it's 21 Savage.
It's
I don't.
fucking
I'm,
21 though.
I know. That being said, I still. It's like if you're gonna go into that realm and open up that can of worms of like, let me get personal and vulnerable, like maybe try to be a bit more than just as simplistic as he was. That was my
but
only
it's a hit
gripe.
record. I think it's a perfect hit record
That's
at the same time.
I'm fair with that.
And not only that, but he had such a wonderful performance on this chorus too. Like it really does a lot for the song. And obviously it carried a lot of the popularity for just besides the incredible J. Cole performance. I give this a perfect rating. I couldn't find a flaw with it.
I go 9 on 10, but I respect the 10 on 10.
All
Next
right,
up,
30 for 30 by SZA featuring Kendrick Lamar. This was off of the Lana Deluxe,
Yeah.
the SOX Deluxe, should I say that? I don't revisit that Deluxe whatsoever. I felt like it was just a cool like fan service thing. A lot of the records didn't even feel finished. This was one that did feel finished.
I don't find it felt finished, to be honest with you. Like when I listen to
Like, it's passable.
when I listen to like the mixing on this song, I could hear a bit of crackling. Like I just feel like they actually rushed this one, bro. Like a lot of the songs off of that deluxe, like it just didn't feel like it was up to
It feels
par.
like it's like a Disney Channel song.
But let's give the score: 3, 2, 1, 6 on 10.
Hey,
There it is.
I had 6.1.
It's passable. You know,
It's a passable.
it works.
It's cool.
I feel like
I'm not picking this up though.
no, I'm not really listening to it. I don't love the duet that they have like on the chorus, and Kendrick's verse is pretty weak, bro. Like,
Yeah, but
when
just the
he hits
performance
those
as a
points where
whole.
he's like, I ball, like when he stretches
Yeah.
out the notes, it's not hitting.
Or even when like him and SZA layer their vocals for the chorus itself, it feels like a Sesame Street song. You know, like that's the
Yeah.
way that I feel about it.
Yeah.
It's like supposed to be for like a Netflix special.
And
That's
even,
why,
even
I
like
just-
SZA like calling out to the chat, that was cringy as fuck, bro.
Yeah, like I don't know.
That's
bro.
some like chronically online like type of
I'm not
type
sure
of talk,
about that.
you know?
Yeah, it's 6. It's
I don't know.
Honestly, bro, I should probably even go lower with this one, but whatever.
No,
That's
but
the
you know
sheet
what?
said.
Because I find she had a good performance.
She had a
Bro,
good
she's
vocal- it's SZA
rapping,
vocals.
she's flowing. No, she's even rapping a bit on this song.
Bro.
She's flowing on
Okay,
this.
she's flowing, dude. Like, listen, I'm
She's
not sure-
nailing some high notes. Give her some credit, bro.
I don't know, bro. Whatever.
6 on 10.
All right, next one. We Did It by Kanye West featuring Baby Keem and Migos. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, 5.
7 on 10.
On 10.
Wow, I have it as
okay.
a 7. You have it as a 5.
I don't pass this.
That's
bro.
low,
You know
bro.
what? I went back to the YouTube version to listen to this because it's obviously a Dawn to 2 song, and released officially on DSPs just to see the reception and the top comments. And someone said American beat, and that is the way that I feel about this beat.
American beat.
Like it just feels like. It's just this triumphant beat. You know what I'm trying to say?
Like national pride type beat
it-
or something. Like what?
No, like I just like I don't know. Like it feels off. It feels
It
plastic.
feels like America. What the fuck?
I don't know. That was a top comment, and it got like over like 10,000 votes, like upvotes, or should I say
Whatever that
likes.
means.
And I was like, you know what? Like I could kind of see it. It feels like
You
a
could see it,
tryhard
but you
song.
can't explain it. Like, what?
I'm just listening to the production
Whatever.
itself, and I get the horns, I get the appeal. But
Yeah,
I've heard
there's
this
some
beat
nice
from Kanye.
trumpets, bro.
Yeah, but
What
I've
ring
heard
me
these,
off.
bro. I've heard this beat from Kanye West too many times before. The Baby Keem verse is all right at its best, bro. He starts off the song, and then after that, like, what else am I getting out of this record, bro? If I'm being honest with you,
Honestly, what I'm getting out of it, I think what pushes it up to me for a 7 on 10 is that the most runtime, at least what it feels like, was getting that Migos feature where you had Quavo and Offset rapping back and forth, and the chemistry was on point all throughout it. But you're getting like an Offset that is giving you the most energy possible. I feel like Baby Keem, I didn't love his performance. He's kind of mumbling like a toddler at the start of the song. Then you have Kanye come in, and his voice is like hoarse. It sounds like he just like finished inhaling a Cohiba or something. But Migos saved the day, and they made up
but
for
bro,
that.
You can't
So
tell me
for
that's
me,
a pass of a
it's-
song. Oh, there you go. Oh, sorry, there you go.
It's passable because of the pretty fire beat and the amazing Migos performance. Like that's what makes it
Where
passable.
is this? Where's this song, bro? Where's that top comment, bro? It was like an. Oh, sorry, man. My voice is on now. I have to
You're just
take this
letting
off.
all the sounds ring off today.
Jesus
Sheesh,
Christ, bro! I'm getting all kinds of notifications now. What's going on? I'm trying to put this on D&D. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the beat. I think it's cool, but again, I've heard it from Kie before, and I don't think it's super low, but it's bro. I'm not bumping.
It's not a final. It's a passable song, bro. Like, especially considering what you got from that era of Don the Tool. This was one of the better songs.
I'm looking at it for the song itself. But okay, let's keep going on with this. Power Trip by J. Cole featuring Miguel.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. 9 on 10.
Okay. I got an 8.4 on 10.
So that goes down to an 8 for you. Technically, yeah.
Technically,
you
yeah,
round down.
But aren't you supposed to round up?
Sheesh, bro, you're gonna fucking lay a bomb next. Holy shit,
No.
bro. You're just ripping every sound in the book.
You're talking about me with the burps, bro. I think if anyone could keep a compilation of how many times Lou Guarini has burped in a fucking podcast, it would be crazy. Make the AdSense money on that right away.
I am on top of that tally, but listen, Power Trip 8.4, it's low. I was even thinking going higher than a 9.
That's a great rating. I think it's a great song. I think it's an amazing song. No,
this is a classic song. Like, if you're,
it is. It's a great song, though.
You're not a J. Cole fan if you don't fuck with this song. Like, it's one of those, bro.
Have you been coming to the light about this song because you've been bumping so much Born Sinner this summer?
Well, I was never really against this song. I just
I know, but I'm
maybe
just
there's
kind of think
added
about
value.
it now. Like, I feel like you told me you were bumping a lot more Born Sinner, so maybe there's some extra context.
Well, yeah, I'm just loving it, and I see like the impact that this has at like the Dreamville Fest, where you have everyone singing that chorus word for word. The Miguel chorus is amazing, and that's what I love about the structure is that not only do you have 2 different choruses, you also have an amazing pre-chorus. So they just made it very catchy, and I just love that Cole is just making a love song that's also a metaphor for the rap game, which we've seen many times done before, but his twist on it is really good.
It is really good.
And that sampled flute loop, amazing. One of his best.
Even the bridge part of that song too is so sick. Like, it's crazy that he even plays that part at live shows. We just saw it at the last Dreamville Fest. Like you said, it's a huge anthem. I think that's fair. We're around the same range anyways.
Yeah,
8.5 or 9, whatever you want to call it.
Next up, Money in the Grave by Drake featuring Rick
I don't
Ross.
know if we're going to be on the same one on this one. I have a whole number, by the way, on this one.
Okay, so do I.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, 8 out of 10. Okay.
There it is.
Yeah, there it
You
is.
thought I'd go higher or lower?
I thought you'd go lower.
Okay, no.
I'm not sure if you're like a fan of this song.
I am a fan of this song, bro. Back home smoking legal, like, and he dropped that.
No. That's not Back Home Smoking Legal. This is Money in the Grave.
All right, yeah, that's going bad. That's going bad. Yes.
Bro, what the fuck?
Which we're gonna get to. Yeah, I got mixed up.
Did you copy paste your notes in the wrong order?
No. I just got mixed up between the 2 songs.
Okay, but
yeah,
it's still an 8 out of 10.
still an 8 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
Easy,
Nice.
without a doubt. Yeah.
Who produced this again? What's her name?
Was this Cece on the beat? I think this was Cece on the
Let me pull
beat,
this up,
bro.
this Genius page.
I think.
Let me see.
He
Yes, it
says
was Cece
it.
on the
He says
track.
it on the song.
It was LJ Curry. It was Esoteric, and then after that, DeLorean Black. Those were the main producers on this record, released in 2019, off of the pack that Drake dropped when the Toronto Raptors won the NBA title called the Best in the World pack. You had gotten this song, and you had also gotten Omerta.
I think Omerta's better.
It's a much better song, without a fucking doubt, but this was an anthem in 2019. I think it's an underrated Drake hit. I love his first verse. I love how he starts off, I mean, where the fuck should I really even start? And then boom, he starts off. Like, I love that patient flow.
I feel like it's kind of like a UK-inspired flow at one point he taps into.
You know what? That's not bad.
Low
You know, he
key.
actually has 2 verses on this.
Yeah?
I never even knew that. I was looking at the song structure, and I always thought that second verse was just maybe like a post-chorus or something that I was attached to it. Because then it just I always felt like you got one Drake verse and then a second Rick Ross verse, and then I was going through the Genius lyrics again for this episode. I'm like, oh, shit, I never knew.
I will say this. I always felt like Unc was a bit slow trying to catch up to the beat. I'm not going to lie, bro. Like,
You think so? You think
low
Rick
key,
Ross
like,
was a bit
listen
sleepy?
again. He was like, he had a hard time, like, matching that tempo of the 808s and just that overall
It is a
drum
bit
line.
more of a fast-paced production.
It is.
though.
It's fast-paced for Rose. He still did his thing.
I've heard him rap on some pretty quick beats, though. 8 out of 10's fair, though.
8 out of 10.
Self-explanatory.
Next up, Taste by Tyga featuring Offset.
I think you probably gave this a stinky one, eh? Did you give this a stinky one?
I shall not reveal until we reveal. Let's reveal.
Let's reveal, okay?
3, 2, 1, 7 out of
5.8
10.
out of 10. Oh.
This is a banger, bro. Like,
Oh, okay.
Tyga giving you a
Tyga.
summer. Tyga. that was the most classic mispronunciation you ever made. That was off camera, but yeah. Speaking about Tyga, This song, it was crazy because everyone counted him out, bro, and he ended up having
Yeah, at this
like
point in time, like his career was kind of cooked.
it was cooked, and then he ends
And
up having
just-
like Song of the Summer in 2018. I don't know why.
It was just absolutely stupid.
It was nuts. Offset kills the feature.
I just feel like it's gotten annoying, and like it kind
The
of
Offset feature?
No, like the
Oh, the
entire
song.
song
Oh,
itself.
okay.
Like I'm not a big fan of listening to the song now in 2025, and
The whole
it didn't.
Yeah.
Even like the taste, like Tyga in my ears, like, taste. Whoa, chill, bro. Like I'm cool on
fuck.
this, you know. And like I'm not in a clubbing scene anymore. Like this came out when we were still clubbing. I fucked with it back then, but it doesn't get the pass for me anymore.
Bro, but
like,
he
I
did
just don't
say
fuck
one
with
of the
it.
coldest bars of his career, bro. Like towards the end of the song, he's like, "Say the word and you'll be hanged, man." Like that was cold as fuck. I have to give him credit.
Say the word and you'll be hangman.
Say the word and you'll be hanged,
Sounds
man.
like a Kendrick Lamar diss line. Something
Yeah.
you could have found on like Euphoria or something.
Legit. But
5.8 out of 10 for me.
7
Doesn't
out
get
of
the pass.
10. I think the beat is fire. DA got that dope, brought it, and you're getting Offset on like some Without Warning shit. I really enjoyed it. But next up, Pretty Little Fears by Black featuring J. Cole.
This one was a tough one.
It was unexpected to get this collaboration. It was an unexpected surprise.
Yeah, but okay, rating. 3, 2, 1, 9
9
out of 10. Easy.
This was an easy one. I mean,
Easy.
I think that, again, when we're having these conversations, I want to like justify the rating.
So
If
what
I had
doesn't
to-
make it perfect for you?
What doesn't make it perfect to me is some of Black's writing, bro. You go at the beginning of this song, it's like, whoa. She know my stick, nuttin' but magic. Babe, I be swinging it back and forth till you in your casket, babe. Like, I don't know if you can really set the mood with lyrics like that, bro. Like, this
Yes,
is more
you
of like
can.
this is
Yeah,
more of like a
absolutely you
reflection type of song. But yeah, getting J. Cole and that, like,
J. Cole gets a bit too emotional though towards the end of his verse.
he's talking why, bro? He's talking about his relationship with his wife.
Just a bit too emotional.
Let the man live.
I know,
bro.
but it just like I heard the boy. It's like okay,
Put the Kleenex away.
I don't know. There's just certain things that rub me wrong in music, you know.
They rub you wrong. Sheesh.
Full of pauses in this episode. But regardless, though, I love the production, love the atmospheric R&B vibe that goes on with it. I've been a fan of this record since it came out on East Atlanta Love Letter. I think that's a wonderful album as well. If you guys never checked that out from Black, you absolutely should. Great great late night drive song as well. Just all around W's.
Yeah, all
you know?
W's. Next up, Nissan Altima by Doechii. So a lot of people obviously are calling Doechii a trash rapper after the release of Anxiety and Denial is a River. But I feel like all those people haven't actually listened to her back catalog, and that's where you find
You're allowed
songs
to get,
like Nissan Altima.
for sure, and you're allowed to get upset that songs like Anxiety, and because it's just like
Yeah.
how many times you want to hear it, bro. And we've given our reasons why we're tired of it as well.
Yeah.
But to say that she's a trash rapper, like, bro, come on, let's get
Yeah,
real.
I've seen too much of that. But all right, rating 3, 2, 1, 8 out of 10.
I have a 7.2.
That's
out of 10.
low, bro.
I don't think that's low.
I think I could even gone a 9 on here.
I
Like,
don't know. I
bro,
like the
she
Childish
is-
Major.
She is a firecracker on this song. The rawness from the delivery, the flow switches, like the performance is like all out, insane. What brings it down to go to a 7?
I don't know. Like, I like the Childish Major production, but the looping back, I know it's a classic sample flip, but I'm just like, it gets annoying as like the song continues to go through, especially when you get towards the last chorus. I love her, like, don't get me wrong. I really enjoy her flows. I enjoy how aggressive she is on this. I think that's really what makes up like the makeshift of the song itself. I just think the writing's a bit weak, bro, on this. Like,
No,
especially when
there's bars on here, bro.
No, I think listen, Wine and
bars.
Dine Her, Benihana, I'm the new hip hop Madonna, I'm the new hip hop Madonna, I'm the Trap Grace Jones.
But that's
Like,
what
I
it is. It's a braggadocious song,
It is,
though. You're not
but I'm
supposed to
just-
get like.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not the big like, like read these lyrics right now. You can't tell me like this is top tier penmanship.
But it's not supposed to be though. Like this is like
No, I
her
know,
hype
but-
song, bro. Like
I get
this
it,
was
but, like,
the
I've
lead
gone
this is lead single energy. That's
It
what this
is,
song was supposed
but
to
I'm
be.
just saying is that like that's not supposed like, I think it's like great song like at the minimum. Like it's there. It may be even like really good.
All right.
Like that's why I chose that score.
Gotcha.
That's why I looked at it. For example, you go to other like Nicki songs, for example, just to like do a compare and contrast. And even when she had her like braggadocious, let's say, records, there was some crazy bar work on those songs as well. And like I feel like the punchlines
not
were a lot more
always.
memorable.
Not always.
That's it. Not always, but I'm just saying in comparison to this, because this feels like a Nicki song.
There's definitely in
For
terms
sure.
of her like just spontaneous delivery and the tone shifts. I get you, but it's still an amazing song, bro. In terms of just like sheer performance and production, fire. Next up though, We have a couple of R&B in here, and this one's gonna be "Dome" by Bryson Tiller. I had to bring this in because you were looking at me fucking crazy when I had slotted this into my top 10 late night drive songs. So I'm like, I want to see what he would actually rate this on 10. So let's do it.
All right.
3, 2, 1, 10
8
on
out of
10. It's a perfect song to me.
It's cool.
The melodies are fucking more addictive than crack cocaine. It's really up to that level.
You always go to the crack bars?
I always got to go to the crack cocaine. Lyrics are relatable as fuck for like any high school, college type relationship. I think everyone could relate on that level. It has the nostalgia factor, and I love the mix of subgenres, bro. You're getting like that moody Toronto R&B sound with some Houston influence with that chopped and screwed at the end. Like, he really managed to make a complete song that is catchy as fuck, that is still ringing off all these years later.
Are you still counting the King Voorhees verse at the end?
Bro, the King Vori verse, I mean, is that on the original version? If so, yeah.
Yeah. I have it here on Genius. There's King Vori verse.
I always thought that was Bryson, but because it's delivered in that chopped and screwed.
It's King Vori.
But yeah, it's fire, bro. It's the chopped and screwed section of it, for sure.
It's cool. It's all right.
It adds to the atmosphere. That's what it's for.
Yeah, just kind of like repetition on it. Not only that, but like the whole "don't" chorus. It's like just a word. The chorus is a word. I like strong choruses, at least for R&B records. I like how moody and beautiful the production is. Doechii Beats and Epic Pro did a wonderful job on this. I love the 808s on it. I love how everything feels very nocturnal, like you said. It is a great late night drive song. So I wouldn't put it in my top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Not in my top 10. I think it's a great song. I just don't think it's perfect. I don't think this is a perfect R&B
There's
record.
nothing you can
like
knock.
when I think about perfect R&B records, I'm thinking like "Kiss of Life" by Sade. Like those. That's where I'm reading those R&B records. Like not.
Well,
these.
that's another era, and obviously it's Sade, bro. Like you're.
But I'm just saying, like I'm not like I. Come on.
That's like saying a lot shouldn't be perfect because it's not in the same category as like New York State of Mind. Like get out of here. This is a perfect song to me. But let's keep on going. Next up, "Me, Myself, and I" by G-Eazy featuring Baby Rexha. Wow. What do you want to do?
Yeah, let's
3,
do the
2, 1, 4 on 10. Yeah.
Out of 4.2. 4.2.
This was made to be radio bait, bro. Like, you know that it's radio bait when the featured artist is only on the chorus and there's more runtime for the featured artist than there is for the rapper.
Not only that, but I remember this song was just being pumped through YouTube AdSense algorithm. Do you remember how many times you'd open up a YouTube video in like 2015 and would see this music video being previewed? It was just a money machine for the labels. But like, yeah, as you said, Baby Rexha takes up the entire track. It feels like a Baby Rexha song itself. Jeezy comes in, tries to be emotional with it. I don't know, bro. I think the only good thing this song has going for it is maybe the chorus.
Yeah, the chorus is not bad. Like, it's powerful. It's easy for moms to sing along to in the car. You know, it's one of those. But I just feel like G-Eazy's songwriting so uninteresting, and it's supposed to be a song that's like empowering. You know, like this is supposed to be like you'll get your shot one day, kid type of song. And it just, his lyrics don't really live up to that. They remain surface level. So yeah, bro, this is weak. 4 on 10.
Me Against the World, that
Me
song.
Against the World.
Out of the Basement, that song.
Oh,
Okay, let's go. Next up, The Color Violet by Tory Lanez. Massive fan favorite, bro. People love this song.
Yeah, and it's funny because in multiple comment sections of multiple videos on late night drives all over like short form platforms, you'll always see this song being singled out as like the best late night drive song, and
It's one of them.
it's up there.
It's up there.
I understand the opinion.
All right, go for it.
Let's go for it.
3,
3,
2,
1,
9
8
out of 10. I have a 9 out of 10.
Okay, that's fair.
Would you have it at like higher in the 8s?
I would have it in the higher rates. Like I was debating between 8 and 9.
There you go. The reason, well, first of all, I have like a 9.1.
That matters. The 0.1 changes everything.
Doesn't mean anything. The 9 out of 10, it was interesting because the Tories play, especially after seeing like that resurgence of going back to the 80s or 70s and finding those old sounds and making them feel new again with these new pop twists. Alone at Prom was a really solid album, and it's probably regarded as Tory's best at this point.
One of, yeah, for sure.
I think when you ask a lot of Tory Lanez fans, like, what's his best album, they'll probably bring this up. They bring up, like, an installment from the new Toronto series. It was cool because he fit perfectly into this lane, and his vocals, especially when he's hitting certain melodies, bro, his voice is heavenly. Like, he's definitely a talented vocalist. He has that duality of being a wonderful rapper, a wonderful singer, and this is the perfect example of that. Like, starts off the song with these beautiful somber vocals. You're getting like that old 80s synth pop production that really leads the entire track itself. It's nice to really
has you thinking about like the one baddie that got away. Like, it's one of those types of songs.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I will say this too. What I really fucked with about like just his vocals is the way they're mixed. It makes it sound like his voice is a bit older and from like an 80s era. Like, they did a really great job stylistically with that.
Well, even stylistically for the project, like him being in like the purple suit, him having the perm, I felt like it perfectly played into like that old 80s, synth pop dance night. It's like you were watching Back to the Future, the prom scene, and you're watching someone perform there, or you're watching like the scenes from that high school. It really does a good job of bringing you back in time. So for the environment that it creates, production style, Tori's vocals,
that
the
sax that comes into the middle,
crazy,
wow.
Beautiful break.
9 on 10 is fair, honestly. Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah,
it's a 9 on 10. I'm switching it up. Fuck it.
Yeah, whatever.
We're doing it.
Looser episode, anyways.
Yep.
All right. Next up, Going Bad. So here's the song you're referencing.
There we go. Back home, smoking legal. Yeah. I remember this bar because it was right around the same time that marijuana got legalized in Canada. So it was a cool little reference he made there, and this was a killer feature, bro. And I think that it took everyone by surprise just because obviously after the beef, they were on really bad terms and no one ever expected them to collab on another track, let alone make a song that I think is like close to going diamond or something.
Not only that, but the music video is iconic. Them actually linking up for the music video, having all the crews unite, like the whole like Godfather scene of them walking through the court, and it's like, whoa, massive song.
Let's give the rating.
Yeah, let's give the rating. Okay.
3, 2, 1, 9 out of 10.
Fine, fair.
It's a fucking slap.
I think it's a great song, man.
I love Rico, the fact that like it's close. It's
I go
really close.
I prefer the quotables on Rico.
Probably go Rico, but it's really close. I will say this: both verses are fire. The fact that Drake brought in like some minimal singing for the chorus, he didn't have to do that, but he did, and it worked out perfectly. It just feels like a really complete song to me, and also the production. Like Wheezy went off. That 808 and kick combo on this song is lethal. The keys are ice cold. Like, it's just a slapper by definition, bro. So that's why it's a 9 on 10 for me.
All right.
Let's keep on going. Murder on My Mind by Y&W Melly. This is a crazy one because a lot of people bought into the shtick of this song because they believe that this was the confession to the shootings that he would end up being convicted of, when in reality, this song had released before that incident had ever taken place, but people kind of got fooled and wanted to sort of like form their own narrative and play into it.
Like people almost wanted to believe in that, to be able to buy into the hype of the song itself. But
literally.
That's not where the magic is with this song itself.
There's magic to this song?
I think so.
I don't think there's magic here.
I like the chorus on this. I always thought the chorus was super strong. Anyways, we could go with the ratings, all right?
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, 4 out of 10.
7.2 out of 10. Whoa.
Wow, that's a huge gap there.
Holy shit.
I never found anything that compelling about like him as a singer in terms of like the melodies, the auto crooning.
He was getting the Kanye cosigns.
He was, but he never really did much to impress me, and like I feel like it's a bit tone deaf in terms of like the subject matter and the way that like he's rapping about it.
Yeah, but how many rap records have tone deaf like subject
No,
matter?
I feel you, but I just
like that's a hard argument.
I'm just saying like it's hard to buy some of the emotions.
You just don't fuck with his voice?
I don't fuck with his voice. I don't fuck with the writing.
I like Y&W Melly's voice.
It's not for me, bro.
Passionate. Reminds me a bit of Rod Wave to a certain
Hook is not really that catchy to a point where like,
oh my god, bro, what the fuck you talking
I
about?
got murder on my mind.
No, but that's for you. But like, you can't see that that hook's not catchy. Objectively, it's catchy.
Apparently,
the entire fucking continent was singing.
I think people wanted to buy into a story, right? I think that's what it came down to.
Anyways, I got a 7.2.
4 on 10.
I think it's a really solid song, actually. All right, next up, "In My Room" by Frank Ocean.
All right,
ready for this?
Let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
5 out of 10.
Oh,
there we go. Another big gap.
Why?
This is one of the most overhyped Frank Ocean songs ever, in my opinion.
Did you just want to come in and do this?
I wanted to give my takes. That's what the fuck I'm doing. If you don't like them, you can go fuck yourself. But 5 out of 10, overhyped song. Frank Ocean rapping on this one, and it was cool to get him like rapping because it's not every day that you get like a full-on dedicated hip-hop track from Frank Ocean. That is what you get here. His flow just really reminds me like it's too similar playing fiddle to like some 2010s Rocky shit, some mid 2010s Rocky.
Yeah, but that's when he started rapping, though. He was a big part in like developing that rap style as well. It reminds me off of the flows that you'd find on like his Posse with Oldie, with Odd Future. I feel like it's very similar to that. I love the way that he starts off this verse. The writing is nothing crazy like,
at all.
He's talking about relationships and like it's a bit scattered all over the place, but I love the production. That's what really like sells me on this record. I love like how smooth everything feels. It feels like a fresh breeze. And it was probably my favorite single that he released around that time. So, I would have been happy.
I actually prefer DHL over this, but
I think DHL's on a similar level.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would probably say that DHL is a better song, but I really do fuck with this.
Yeah.
If he were to release this on his new album, not now because we've had so much time to sit with this, but if this would have been the new era for Frank Ocean, I would have really fucked with it.
I wouldn't have. I just feel like he's biting Rocky's flow and like flexing. Like that's really what the song is. And even on the chorus, he brings his vocals too high to a point where like he can't attain it. So for me, it's kind of a miss of a song. 5 on 10.
Yeah, I guess. But usually you like braggadocious like Frank, you know?
I do, but there was something about this song that was just boring to me. Let's keep on going. Next up, No Pole by Don Toliver. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, 6 out of 10.
6.2 out of 10.
Yeah, same range. This was interesting because
Felt like it was made for the baddies, though.
it was.
This feels like it was made for the baddies.
It was made for the strip club. It's a strip club anthem. It's obviously a song that went viral on TikTok. It's crazy. Put out the video for it like 3 years, 2 or 3 years
26
later.
million views on that, by the way.
Insane.
From the last that I checked.
Cool song. I like the moody atmosphere. The hook's kind of memorable, I guess, but
I'm not the
doing too
biggest
much for
fan
me.
of his vocal performance on this, actually.
Fair enough.
Sounds a bit whiny, though.
Yeah.
I like, don't get me wrong, I think Don Toliver is a great singer when he wants to be, but this just feels like his vocals were over-processed, and it felt like one of like those quick TikTok songs. It's passable.
Yeah.
I'm just not a big fan of Lovesick as a whole either way, and I didn't like this song when it came out.
So there you go. 6 on 10. Next
All right.
up, the Percocet and Stripper
Stripper
Joint
Joint.
by Future.
Yes, sir. 3, 2,
2,
1, 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
no kissing.
I've come to the
You know,
realization.
maturing
this
is
is
realizing that this might be the best song on the album.
it very well could be.
Yeah,
and it's even really short, bro. It's like a 2-minute runtime.
Crazy, bro.
And it accomplishes what he's mad zooted, bro. Future's just mad zooted,
Hey,
kicking back, living life.
want to talk about an aux song? Throw this on the whip. Oh my god.
Just that dreamy psychedelic beat, bro.
Crazy.
The drugged out vocal effects.
Top 10 song in his catalog for sure.
is a masterpiece.
It's a masterpiece, absolutely.
Might be the closest, like, maybe not like lyrically, but in terms of sound to like introspective trap. Like, if Future wanted to like give his life story on one song, this is the type of
He
instrumental.
does it in 2 minutes, and he does it while he's absolutely fucked.
in some way.
All right,
Go on.
next up, Trance by Metro Boomin featuring Young Thug and 21 Savage. No, not 21 Savage. Travis Scott. Excuse me. All right, 3, 2, 1.
8 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Wow.
Yeah, it's a perfect.
Yeah, it's not a
record.
perfect song to me. I mean, listen,
I love the Travis performance. The Thug performance is crazy. The beat is nuts. This is a crazy collaboration.
I think the production's fire. Like what I find so sick about the drum work here is that when the song starts off, they kind of sound muffled as if you're listening to the beat from outside of the club, and then you get brought into it, and it is supposed to be a club banger. I think that like something that kind of jades it a bit for me is that I heard the 10 on 10 version of this song, and it was the one that featured Drake, and I didn't end up getting it. The verses are still fire.
Strong. Yeah,
the verses
even
are
the
still
Travis part
fire.
is great.
But I just feel like it's a bit standard. Like it's run of the mill like Thug and Travis. Cool new fresh flows. But it didn't
There
like
you go.
doesn't blow you away.
It does blow me away. When I first listened to this song off of Heroes and Villains, I'm like, yo,
That's fair.
This is an outlier. I could argue that this is one of the best songs off of the album, if not
It
the
is.
best.
No, it is one
I
of the
think
best
this is a
songs off the
flawless
album.
record.
Even the violins they add at the end,
Bro,
crazy.
come on. Like, there's literally
Crazy.
nothing to nitpick with this record. Anyways, let's keep going on with this. Love It On Me by Jack Harlow. Ready?
3, 2, 1, 5 out of
6.2
10.
on 10.
5 and
Passable.
6. Yeah, it's not passable for me. I think it's just like he abused the fuck out of that hook on this song, played
Yeah.
into the sample, which is the only reason why I have it as a 5. It was a really fire sample.
It was a fire sample. But it's like standard Jack Harlow, though. It's just him being suave and
It's like the first class
luxurious.
formula, and
Yeah,
he's
for
like,
sure.
let me run back some more M's on
I
this.
really didn't like that first class sample flip. I found it fucking annoying, but this was cool.
It was cool.
This was cool.
Yeah, it's a nice little bop.
But yeah, I feel
Nice little
like
bop.
I kind of looked at this and like no pull, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
Similar level for me.
5
All
out
right.
of 10. Next up, Every Day by ASAP Rocky. 3, 2, 1.
10
8 out of 10. Another perfect song. And is
Perfect
just throwing away the perfects
It's a perfect
today.
record. I think it's arguably the best song at long last ASAP. I love this beat, bro.
It's the best song off the album, to you?
I think it's definitely top 5.
Wow.
I think it's top. That's not a hot take. That's not a hot take, bro.
I guess not. I mean, obviously, you
People
could,
like I've seen a lot
I think you
of
could make
Rocky
the
fans put it in
argument-
his top 5 best songs.
I
Ever,
think you can
bro.
argue for it being like the best chorus on the entire album. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Oh
I
my
think
God,
that
Rod
the
Stewart
Rod
and
Stewart
Miguel and-
sample was
crazy.
insane. Miguel obviously did his thing too.
Wonderful vocals there.
Rocky, yeah, rapid fire flows. I like the beat switch
No, you
later
know.
on into the song. It's not a perfect song to me.
Off again. There he go to another dimension. My mind, body, soul imprisoned. My eye probably going ballistic. But listen, the rhyme scheme on this first verse is crazy. And of course, he's coming at you with like the drugged out, psychedelic LSD talk. Also going deep into his spirituality. Like I just think overall, this is a complete record for me.
All right.
It
Next
is.
up, we have The Largest by Big X The Plug. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, 7 out of 10.
7.8 out of 10.
So that's an 8 out of 10 for you.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, listen, this is a song from, I think, 2024 that's still ringing off, still in the Hot 100. People are loving it. You're getting sort of like this dirty South beat, which I love. Obviously, Big X being from Texas, he's going to play into...
Tony Coles is a great producer, bro. Because Tony
Yeah.
Coles did most of the production off of Take Care, which is a studio album that he dropped in 2024. I've recommended this album as a whole because most people like will know this, but songs on here like Change Me, Therapy Session, and Tony Cole, what he does well with Benny, with Big X The Plug, they'll find these crazy sample flips, bro. That you never think would work. So, for example, like, there's a Law and Order sample flip on here,
Yeah.
and they loop it, and it just sounds so fucking sick. And anyways, playing into this song itself, this was an anthem. It was a really
banger.
solid song, and I love his vocals. I like his voice a lot. It's the big man vocals.
Yeah.
I relate to.
And
it,
that's
you
what's
know?
funny
It's
too about the
it's
song
awesome.
is that it's tongue in cheek because rappers always call themselves the biggest, but he's kind of like playing into like his weight on it too, and doing it in a playful way where like he's kind of owning and embracing it. So I always thought
he's
that
always
was fire.
done that though, for
Yeah.
sure. Wonderful record.
Great song.
Yeah.
7 out of 10 for me. Next up, Kiss Me Through the Phone by Soulja Boy.
Let's do this.
3, 2, 1, 6 out of
9.3
10.
out of 10.
Whoa, 9 out of 10. No way, bro. This is such a
through the
goofy beat,
phone.
bro. This is like the most. Like I don't know if another song sounds more like 2008 than this song on the
Because
planet.
it came out in 2008.
I know, but I'm saying it's so
It is, bro,
aged.
yeah.
It sounds so
it's
dated,
awesome.
bro.
It's
Listening to it
awesome.
now,
This record
this
is
song
awesome, bro.
sounds like a Kids Bop remix to like an old 2000 song. Like that's the vibe here.
No, wait. Released back in 2008.
Ah,
This chorus is
9.3.
iconic.
This guy wants to give it a perfect rate.
For sure. Well, it's not a perfect rating. I think it's
Close.
an amazing song. I think it's an
very
amazing hit song.
close.
You can't tell me that if you're in a club setting, you're in a party setting, that you hear this chorus, you're not going crazy. Unless I'm out of my mind.
Maybe when I had my first beer. Maybe during that era.
You're never too cool for Soulja Boy. Get the fuck out of here. Is your whole argument that it
just
sounds
dated,
outdated
bro.
and you're too
It
cool
sounds
for Soulja
outdated.
Boy?
Like the auto tune kind of whatever, bro. If it hits for you, it hits for you. The beat is goofy to me though.
You have a problem with his auto-tune on here.
It's okay.
It's so barely used. It sounds like regular Soulja Boy.
bro.
It's a Soulja Boy
The
classic.
production is just really weak. The writing obviously isn't
my
great.
God.
The hook doesn't do much. Not that entertaining of a. It's just bubblegum like ringtone era shit. Bling era ringtone
Yeah,
rap.
it's iconic because that's what it is, though. You can't look at
That's
that.
what you love it. If you love it, then love it.
Yeah, for sure.
I just feel like that
It's
whole
jerked
a
to nostalgia.
lot of old Soulja Boy just hasn't aged well. That's why it gets a low
That's a
rating.
bad take, bro.
6 out of 10. You give it a 9 out of 10. You're out of your mind, bro. You were rated that higher than Money in the Grave.
Yeah, I think it's a classic. I think it's a classic record. I think
way.
it strives in different areas. Bro, the hook on this is absolutely iconic. I love the production from the Bling era. And you know what, bro? You're not going into this for the verses. Obviously, it's supposed to be a hit record itself, but it's just a classic staple Soulja Boy song.
You
Like,
want
I've seen-
to go through the verses here?
No, obviously not. The fuck?
Fuck this, bro.
There's definitely worse verses. out
Oh,
there.
for sure. 6
For
out of
pop-
10. You give it a 9 out of 10. All right. Next up, Best Interest by Tyler, the Creator. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, 8 out of 10. Yeah, listen, this is a song that was supposed to be track 6 on Igor. He ended up cutting it off the album. I don't know why, though. This would have made a great addition to the album.
It would have.
In terms of like the subject matter, stylistically, he's singing in that like high pitched tone that he uses on the album. Nice like neo soul vibes on this song too.
It just feels a bit short as a record. I think maybe it wasn't complete. I think
Maybe.
it only clocks in at like 2 minutes as a whole.
But you are getting like him rapping on the second half too. Like that was
And then
dynamic.
Yeah, and then you get his vocals more
It was
towards the
dynamic.
end, and it sounds like the Igor vocal sessions. Yeah.
But yeah, 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10 is
solid
fair.
Tyler song. Next up,
Roll in Peace by Kodak Black featuring XXX Tentacion. 3, 2, 1.
9
10
out of 10. Another 10 on 10 for you.
Yeah.
You're just throwing them off like fucking giving candy on
Yeah,
Halloween,
but these
bro.
are they're songs. It's songs. If albums, I get it because that's harder to get a perfect rating on. Again, another song where I can't find a flaw with this. I've enjoyed it so much. It's aged so well. No, perfect feature, perfect artist performance, perfect production. The loop is crazy.
It is arguably X's best feature. Like he went
It is his best
absolutely
feature.
insane on. I wish it was a bit longer. That is one like whatever nitpick if you want. I wish he would have gone on for a bit longer. Kodak, love the way he switches up the flows. Wears his heart on his sleeve, displaying emotions while he's fucking just running through that production. London on the track went crazy as well. I don't think it's a perfect song. Is it close? Sure, it's close, but
It's a perfect record.
not crazy.
All right. Next up, Hotel Lobby by Quavo and Takeoff. Ready for this one?
Perfect again?
No.
3, 2, 1, 8 out of 10. There you
Great
go.
song, great record.
Again,
The Colors performance was awesome.
the beat is banging, bro. Getting those twangy guitar strings reminding you of that Huncho Jack era. This
The
just
back
even
and forth, the chemistry display between
reminded
them.
you of like Prime Migos in terms of just chemistry and the way that they
sure.
were rapping. Like
I could have seen this off of Culture too.
Yeah.
I know that's not like everyone's favorite album, but then again, there was still like songs that
Slappers.
flooded on there and other records that went crazy. I could have seen this record off of that album.
yeah, 100%.
All right. Boss Bitch by Doja Cat. Never spoke about this song on the podcast. Let's do it.
But it's a
right?
massive. I think it's sitting at 1 billion streams. 3,
3,
2, 1, 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10.
Okay, you get down to a 2. I gave it a 5.
Oh my god, bro. What the fuck?
You know, I will say this. This should be credited as a Nicki Minaj song. Like this is
Not
this
even,
is
bro.
through and through Nicki style. In terms of the vocal inflections, even the bars, bro, on this song. She literally raps Ken in the club trying to pipe a Barbie. Like this song has Nicki written all over it.
You know,
bro.
I'm not even listening to the lyrics, bro. It feels like I'm walking into like this overstimulated Miami club at like 8 a.m., bro. And I'm just like, yo, the fuck am I
That's
doing
what it's
here?
supposed to be. It's supposed to be a fun club rap song. That's why I give it a couple more
Listen, but
points.
This is not a fun club rap song.
Production has
You're
a
having
cool
fun.
groove.
If let's say you went out at night, you spent reasonable money on your bottle service, you're having a good time, and the teacher's like, yo, I got a banger coming for you guys, and he puts this on.
Okay, but-
bro, I would look at you guys and I'm like, yo,
do you wait?
nah,
do
I'm
you
out.
expect every song that's released to be like your demographic? Like it's not always supposed to be.
Dude,
You know what I
are you
mean?
talking about, bro? I gave Kiss Me Through the Phone a 9 on 10. It's fun.
Yeah, you
There's
just
an
get,
attempt
for nostalgic purposes. That's your demographic. You grew up listening to the
And I
song.
was fucking 8 years old when that came out, bro. I wasn't bumping Soldier Boy like that at 8 years old.
It wasn't
I
hard.
re-
It was not hard to escape.
Of
bro.
course,
it
but
was,
like
it
I
was
didn't even know
around.
what the fuck the guy was saying. I was just like, oh, this sounds good. I was 8. Come on, bro. This
Listen, with Boss Bitch, I think it's generic, but like I said,
hook, bro.
cool
Doja
hook. The groove
like
is not
that
bad.
hook?
It's decent. I could see people. I could see how catchy it is for some people. I could see it. I see the play. 5 out of 10 though. Too close to being a Nicki song. Next up, we have Lemon by Nerd featuring Rihanna. Let's do it.
3, 2, 1, 2 out of 10.
We switched up on the last
We
one.
switched up.
I really can't stand what they did with this song. It was obviously dope to get like Rihanna in her rapping bag. I think that was unique because she
I'll give
barely
her points
does
for
it.
that.
But the verse is not that special. Braggadocious. Very confident
I think the
demeanor, but
production weighs it down too on this one.
production's really bad to me.
The production's weak.
Just some cringe like club percussion and nonsense lyrics from Pharrell, who also has vocals on this song. The whole like bouncing around part. Just,
No,
the
no,
chorus.
no.
Such an annoying
You
song.
see, like if you played this or Boss Bitch in the club, I'd look at you fucking crazy. Don't get me wrong.
This one's worse. This one's way worse than
All right, last one for today.
yeah.
Let's do it. New Godflow by Pusha T, Kanye West featuring Ghostface Killah.
This is peak hip hop. 3, 2,
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Yeah. All fucking day,
All
bro.
time. This or Mercy. All time list.
I probably go this. Even
Yeah,
though
I
it's
think
a
I
hot
go this.
take.
This
I'd probably
GFK
go with
verse
this.
is stupid, bro.
It is insane. One of the best features he's ever had. Ye's quotables on here. I ain't trying to stunt, man, but the Yeezys jumped over the jump, man. And even that sample from Mighty Healthy from Ghostface Killah shake that body, party that bod, like insane, bro.
Yeah, 600 Cuban cigar in the big tub, medallion on, Dove soap on the fresh cut. Crazy, bro.
Even like Push and Ye going back and forth at the start of the song, like
I got soccer moms paying for
oh my
coke.
God.
Asians get it from behind while they clean the walk, bro. What the fuck are we doing
Bro,
here?
stupid.
Crazy.
The
bro.
song is just a shot of adrenaline, bro.
Yeah, it's insane.
It is
bro.
fucking
Insane.
nuts. And I feel like it's underrated. I feel like no one
is.
ever talks about this song.
It is. By the way, who produced this? It was Boog's Beat. It was Tapes, Anthony Kilhofer, and Ye himself.
Yeah, classic Kanye.
Probably, probably the best song to come out of that run.
Yeah, 100%.
2012, yeah, for sure. All right, guys, that's going to conclude today's episode. Let us know, where did we get it right, where did we get it wrong, and which song should we bring into the series next. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end of this video, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.